Good morning. I am at Glade Run Lake on this first day of fall, and boy, does it feel like fall. We went from summer right into fall. Yesterday temperatures were in the 80s. Today, they're only going to be in the low 60s. Glade Run Lake is located in Middlesex Township in southern Butler County. At one time, this lake had to be drained because of unsafe conditions. The conservancy dates back to 1954. According to the website, its purpose was to, quote, acquire land necessary to construct a dam and provide a lake for public fishing in an area having 1 3/4 million people within a 25-mile radius. Acquisition will include land necessary or complete control of land and accommodation of public, quote. Fast forward to 2011, the lake had to be drained due to a large crack in the dam. Members of the community got together and formed the Glade Run Lake Conservancy. The lake was once again filled in 2017. After repairs were made, people returned to enjoy fishing and boating. Glade Run Lake is an important asset to the community, for it provides recreation, relaxation, and brings money into the local economy. People enjoy activities such as boating, fishing, picnicking, wildlife watching, photography, and hiking. And pretty soon I am going to hike the trail that's at this park. And there's a view of the dam. Glade Run is the stream that is dammed up to create this lake. Scenery is just gorgeous. There are some stumps that are sticking out of the water. And there are plenty of benches along the shore. Overlooking the lake is ample parking, so you should have no problem finding a parking spot. Here's the trailhead, and just a little FYI, there are porta potties near the trailhead. There is a map of the walking trail. This is my first time on it, so I don't know what to expect. So it says here approximately 1.5 miles to Sandy Hill Road, and it must be an out and back trail. It's a perfect morning for hiking. I said in other videos I preferred cloudy. That way I can get better pictures. I don't have the harsh shadows of the sun. Don't get me wrong, I love sunny days. But for photography, you get the harsh shadows. We are slowly walking down a hill. While hiking, you may hear roosters crowing, and that's because Freedom Farms is next door to the park. And I can hear the hum of traffic from Route 228 and Route 8. So far, this trail looks like it's kind of easy, except for this slight elevation change, which is nothing I can handle. But I just want you to keep that in mind, that there is an elevation change. That looks like a little off trail. This trail is a little muddy in spots, so you want to wear appropriate footwear. And then my usual spiel is watch out for exposed roots and rocks. I am coming up on a little footbridge. Looks very idyllic. Caution, bridge extremely slippery when wet, especially when there are wet leaves on it. Once you cross the bridge, the trail turns to gravel. Jewelweed is in bloom. There are wildflowers that line the trail. Already I see hints of fall, and today looks like a fall day. Here's a slight elevation change, nothing too difficult. And through the trees, there is a nice view of the lake. Nice area with ferns. I just want to point out that the road that you take to Glade Run Lake is called Overbrook Drive. It's right off Route 228, so it's easy to get to. There's some evergreen trees. Here is where hardwood forest meets evergreen forest. Which way should I go? Do I go left or right? I think I'm going to go right. I made the correct choice and bared right. Here I am, rewarded with this beautiful view of the lake. And the leaves are already starting to show hints of fall. Here's a nice bridge that goes across the wet area, and I believe this was built by a local Boy Scout troop. So thank you so much for building this. Here's where the trail comes out. I'm glad I chose to go right, but on the way back I am going to go straight. I'm moving right along. Wow. Nice, there's another footbridge. Saves many wet feet. Just use caution because it's a little slick. And I believe this one was also built by a local Boy Scout troop. So again, thank you so much. This is a really long footbridge, but it's better than getting your feet wet. Come to the end of the bridge. Here's another little bridge. This is just really nice. And I can see why it's really swampy, because it is so close to the water. This looks like a little tributary. Just gonna duck it under the trees and get across this blowdown. So the trail runs the length of the lake. There are a couple benches along the trail. My hike's not complete without seeing fungus. Notice the area near the lake is kind of flat. This is what's called a floodplain. And the amount of light that's shining through is just perfect. Lighting is everything whenever you're doing photography. Here we come to a clearing. And I do hear the hum of traffic from Route 8. I can imagine during the warmer days bugs are an issue, but this morning I don't have an issue with mosquitoes because it's cool and fall-like. So if you're hiking this on a hot and humid day, I highly recommend wearing insect repellent. The amount of sun that's shining through the trees is perfect because it gives everything a nice glow. Well, end of the line. Trail ends here at Sandy Creek Road. Time to head back the way we came. There's more fungus. I have yet to see chicken of the woods this year. I never tried it, but I heard like if you pick chicken of the woods and saute it, it's really delicious. This is one of the prettier trails I've hiked because it's a nice stroll through the woods. Again, watch out for roots. You don't want to trip over a root. This place is a gem. So far this morning, I did photography, hiking, and wildlife watching. I saw a flock of birds. I couldn't make out what they were because of the leaves. And I saw a deer. Almost back where I started. The trail is 1.5 miles one way, so it makes for a 3-mile round trip hike. And this trail again is an out and back. It's not a loop. I just have this small elevation change and I am finished with my hike. I really enjoyed my hike this morning and I highly recommend you visit Glade Run Lake. I hope you enjoyed my video and thank you for watching.